traffic, crazy snaking traffic. As far as the eyes can see, and as you can see behind me, this is the Adenta Dodowa Road. It used to be pretty easy to drive on in the morning and in the evening, but it has become a hot spot for traffic and a great border for those who live on this stretch. There are sprawling communities coming up on this stretch. This all the way to Oyibi, you have Ashiye, and then you also have places on this stretch with upscale middle-class residential areas, which has become pretty attractive for the middle class. The reason why in the last 2 years, this road is possibly one of the most traffic-prone areas in the Greater Accra region. What people have to do in the morning is wake up as early as 3 and 4 a.m. and avoid the main road, because if you stay on the main road, it's going to take you more than 3 hours to make a stretch that would ordinarily take you 20 minutes to travel. So what they do is find alternative routes. Now, this is one of the alternative routes that those who live on this stretch, who have to, on a daily basis, deal with the crazy traffic, have resorted to. These routes, as you can see in the background, is terrible in its own nature. It's not asphalted at all. It has gullies in it. It has craters in it. But people have to bear with that. That is the only way you can dodge the traffic. And it snakes by itself through the meandering communities in the connecting routes that join the main road. And so many have had to resort to this, as you see in the background, risking their own cars, their own health, and of course, having to pump a lot of money in repairing vehicles. For those who live in this particular community and on the stretch from Adenta all the way to Oyibi and Dodowa and beyond, it has become a living hell. But this is one of the roads that was touted a few years back as one that has been approved under the Sinohydro deal. It was supposed to have started years ago, but it hasn't started. The promise to get this road fixed and dualized, which was approved by Parliament as part of the first lot of the Sinohydro deal, hasn't materialized. And many of the residents in this area and in this community on the stretch are still hopeful that it will happen, that the politicians will keep their promise. How bad is the traffic?
It's very bad. Every day, every time in the day, it's bad.
So what do you do? I mean, I see that you've been trying to dodge it.
Okay, so I live at the Regimanal Estate, so I have to go round and round, and the road at the back is so bad. So it's very difficult.
How early do you have to wake up just to dodge the traffic and get into town?
4 o'clock. They need to help us.
In 2018, the Adenta Dodowa Road was one of 10 lots approved under the Chinese-sponsored Sinohydro deal. It was scheduled to begin in 2019. 2 years on, the road remains undone, in a complete state of disrepair, and with traffic congestion worse than anything you have ever experienced anywhere, all day, every day.
Evans, interestingly, honestly, I think it's dead.
Keso Atofosing is ranking member on the Finance Committee in Parliament.
I think it's dead for a simple reason. We were made to believe that the government is bringing in a special structure which is going to solve our infrastructure problems. It is certainly not going to be alone, but a better system. And we will see an investment in excess of $3 billion US dollars over a period of time. Parliament approved an agreement for them to bring in the first tranche of about $500 million US dollars. But as we speak, under 25 million Ghana cedis has been drawn down. So that's, for me, after so many years, I can conclude that the Sinohydro agreement is dead.
On 21st November 2018, Information Minister Kojo Nkrumah announced that the first tranche of $649 million from the $2 billion facility has been made available to Ghana to access. 3 years on, only about $80 million of this amount have actually been released to Ghana. Dr. Mutaka Alolo is the Director of Special Projects and Investor Relations at the Office of the Vice President.
The way the Sinohydro is structured, you don't get the money all given to you. So it is given per how much projects you have done. So out of the 6 lots that have been approved, works are ongoing. So at every stage they raise IPCs. So the 6 lots that have been approved, about 300 and something million, that's what has been approved. That's what is ongoing. So the 300 million,
300 something million
USD, yeah. That all that money hasn't been given to government. So the work needs to be done. Our engineers here will certify that this work has been done. Then they draw down the money. They pay, the banks pay the money. That is only then that it becomes a liability on us. So we have this, so far I think we've drawn down about almost close to 80 million but
$80 million.
$80 million.
Clearly, Ghana has not done enough work to warrant the Chinese release of more Sinohydro funds. Out of the 10 projects approved by Parliament, none is yet to be fully complete. 6 have started and are at various stages of completion. 4 others, including the Adenta Dodowa Dual Carriageway, which was scheduled to start in 2019, have not started at all since Parliament, by a resolution dated 28th July 2018, approved the Master Project Support Agreement. If you live on the Adenta Dodowa Road, Dr. Alolo says expect the project to start hopefully next year.